Dr. Ed, you mentioned that Dr. King was your earthly hero. And I used to, I love these questions. They always get me thinking too, is that if there was a billboard that literally stood over our country that every person could see at the same time from every location, what quote of his or what teaching inside of his do you wish our country could just be forced to stare down right now?
I think his, a lot of people identify, rightly so, his speech at the March on Washington, but they hear snippets of it. Okay, they hear at the end of it. But I think what he wanted us to understand was something that I heard him say at uh, one of his one of his sermons. He said, when I pass away, I don't want you to say that I've uh, won numerous awards. I don't want you to talk about my education. I don't want you to say that I led a movement. What I want you to remember about me is that I loved somebody, that I fed somebody when they were hungry, that I clothed someone when they were naked. So my quote from him would be that quote about injustice for some is injustice for everybody. Black, white, red, green, male, female, gay, straight, whomever. Um, our thing is to love. Is to love. Love has to be the foundation of where we are. Bishop Michael Curry, of the presiding bishop of the Episcopal Church, um, wrote a little book that I love. I love. Talks about the power, the power of love. That is what's going to get us straight, Kurt. That is what's gonna get us to thinking. And if we just stop, that's why we're at a pivotal point. The very fact that you or I are talking right now, we come from different backgrounds. You know, we do the same thing though. We have the same mindset. Uh, we're here to help people. You came from where you came from, you know, and with your beautiful wife, and you come to a day. I'm sure you've never been to Lufkin, Texas either.
No, no. Two
My,
strangers in a foreign
yeah,
land.
but somehow God has orchestrated us to be sitting here right now at this time, and this time in our society where people are on edge, and we've got to stop. So if Dr. King were here today, leading into that, if he were here today, he would he would be pleased with the peaceful demonstration. It would sadden him. It would sadden him to see the economic disparities. This is even before Mr. Floyd was killed. You know, this is even before all of those murders. He would look at the economic disparities, the separation of where people are still trying to find money to put food on the table for their kids. He would look at why people are paid different, uh, not because of what they know, is who they know. You know, and I think he would be focusing on that. I think he would clash with the present leadership we got. He'd be a problem.
A good one.
Yeah, but he would have a problem with that. But it all would be based on love.
Speaking truth in love.
That's right. Speaking truth in love. Um, I was pleased to hear the governor of I think it was Illinois say, as the president was, and this is not political or anything, but it said dominate, dominate, dominate. He said no. He said we've got to talk to one another. You know, we've got to learn to listen to what these young people are angry about. Why are they angry? Well, that's again, it goes back to what Dr. King was saying. Why are they rioting? Or what is the source of their anger? Why? And if you look at it, again, if you don't react to it, but respond, their response is peaceful demonstration. Hear us. All I want you to do is hear me. Hear me. We know things are going to change, are going to be slow, but you need to hear us. Listen to us. You may not agree with it,
But here.
but hear. But hear.
And as you're saying that, I can't help but think about even just the phrase uttered in Scripture, "He who has ears, let him hear."
Yeah, yeah. I know, and the thing that really keeps me going is God's warning. And that's one of my favorite scriptures in 2 Chronicles 7:14. And a lot of people say, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray. You notice a lot of people praying, you know, and seek my face. And I think that's what's happened to our society, is that we've turned away from God. And I believe God is responding.
Not reacting, he's responding, and that can be a scary thought.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's what, read Revelation 6.
Yeah.
That's God says, if, you know, but if you do those things, I will hear your prayers and forgive your sin and then heal your land. But he says, if you don't, and if you turn to other gods, then I will snatch myself away from you. And you will be like a proverb. That scares me, man. That scares me straight. Remember that movie called Scared Straight?
Oh.
That scares me straight.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, that makes me say, hey, I want to go find a person of another, not a denomination, but a white person to sit and talk. It's like you and I are talking, and I enjoy talking, you know, because your background, and as I said, my background, and we talk, and we come with the realization that even though we come from Missouri and Delaware, we sit here and we find out that we both love one another. We both love Jesus. We both have given our lives to proclaiming his word. We both, you know, want to help and change the culture of this society. You, the mission leader, want to change the culture of our hospital, which serves the community. So if we start at CHI and change the culture in CHI, it cannot help but spread out. It can't.
Tell them not to mention that I have 300 or 400 other awards. That's not important. Tell them not to mention where I went to school. I'd like somebody to mention that day that Martin Luther King Jr. tried to give his life serving others. I'd like for somebody to say that day that Martin Luther King Jr. tried to love somebody.